to get over the wheel. I'm going to lift it up and see if it does anything to the... To your left. Lift it to your left. To your left. Totally left. Oh.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Alright, so we got 1 of 3 parts. Now we're going to go ahead and install our engine case covers and our crash protectors by RNG. Let's check these out. Alright, and here we are. Here's all the parts. Alright, doesn't look too hard to install. We're going to figure it out. Alright, here's the engine case cover. And this is the coolant hose protector and water pump that's on the other side. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. It's pretty easy. Looks pretty easy. Alright. Just kind of test fit it here. See how that fits there. Okay. Pretty good. 1, 2. Just gotta remove 3 bolts. These are the replacement bolts right here. Looks like this needs a 4mm Allen socket. And then the Ducati one needs those. Ducati one needs a 5mm socket. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our water pump cover. So here is the water pump and hoses, and this is pretty exposed. You take a hit on this and your water pump's pretty much done. So that's where this comes in. That should fit something like that. So we'll get that fitted right away. Alright guys, so now we're gonna get the slider rail installed. It looks pretty straightforward. It looks like these grommets just pop right out. Just from looking at it, looks like it goes like that. And then the puck, front facing this way, and should look something like that. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of space here between the tank and the puck and the engine case and the exhaust and the radiator. So there's this is good protection right here. All right, so it looks like the first step is to after we remove these grommets, then we have to take out these bolts in here. Need an extension, and I'm trying to figure out which goes in here. Looks like a 15. So as you can see, you got a pretty good distance in between the frame and the slider here. Good amount of room. I'd say this is maybe good 4, maybe 5 inches, 4 inches of space here. And you can tell that it's not going to, this is the main reason why I like these sliders. It doesn't hit the tank. This is gonna be protected. If this falls on the ground, I'm almost, I feel like leaning it on its side and testing it out. I'm not gonna do that. Well, here's the spacing I was talking about that's gonna protect the tank. All right, I just wanna show you guys how much spacing there is. I'm just gonna use this cardboard box here as a guide. All right, look how much room we have. We got all this room here. That's awesome. Looks like it's gonna protect not only the exhaust, but all the way down to the passenger peg. All right, guys, so now we're on the other side, and it's pretty much the same process. All right, so these come out. At this point, the battery on the camera dies. It turns out the slider bolts on the other side belong to the side I'm working on now, so I decided to just swap them out. I removed the bolts from the other side, and then I run upstairs to grab a battery. But when I come back, I realized the engine had no bolts holding it on. This is what happens next. Holy shit. I think the engine's falling out. Holy shit. The engine's falling out. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck. Yo, Al. Are you busy right now? Dude, I need your help. I need your help. I was installing these sliders, and I guess I didn't screw it in all the way, so the engine's falling out on one side. Yeah, I'm holding it right now. Yeah, it's falling out. I can see the hole. It's like the hole is completely away from where it's supposed to be.
A few moments later.
Al, all right. So here's what I need you to do.
Ed,
What?
I can clearly see that that's a fucking mount for the motor.
Yes, I know. I know.
How are we supposed to put this back in?
You just gotta.
Drop the motor.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this out, or maybe I'll put it in. Who knows? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, hold on.
What?
He's here to help. All right, so.
Ain't going anywhere. Is the engine lifting or the
Yeah,
plate?
engine lifting.
You're gonna have to take a lot of this shit off. Yeah, I have to get the Ducati manual.
I'm gonna get over the wheel. I'm gonna lift it up and see if it does anything to the.
To your left. Lift to your left. To your left. Totally left. Oh.
All right, so almost a nightmare. It turns out the instructions aren't too clear on these sliders. One of the bolts is shorter than the other side, and it doesn't specify in the instructions. So when I went to do this side, I realized that I had to grab one of the bolts from the other side. I ended up dropping the motor unintentionally, and obviously I could not get the motor up by myself if my life depended on it. I had to call one of my friends. I call him my chef. Anytime I have like a huge problem, he always comes through, and I'm so grateful to have a friend like him. So shout out to the Bearded Bear. He came through and we managed to jack the engine back up. It was a pain in the ass. And then on top of that, there's like an airbox, airbox hole that wasn't lining up, and we had to take the tank off and then the air filter out. Pretty much half the bike had to come apart just to get that fixed. Hey buddy, I love you too. Okay, all right, I love you too. Just a little tip for you guys: when you do a slider, don't forget that you have to have at least one side on. That was a stupid mistake on my part. I completely forgot that I had both bolts off on this side. Yeah, my motor fell out. So anyway, that was a fluke. We're back in business, boys. So I'm gonna proceed to put the correct bolts on this side, and we'll get it going. So let's do it. So that's about it. Today we installed the sliders, we installed the water pump cover, we installed the engine case cover, and then we also did the lowered seat. And I hope that helped you people, because I couldn't find a video on YouTube showing the difference in height of the 20 millimeter, 40 millimeter, and the stock height seat. I hope you enjoyed the video and ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.